Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Greatest Book Never Published, the podcast where we read the greatest book never published. I'm your host, Nim, and this is
Nate the Great.
And I'm Steve.
And yeah, so in this podcast, we read a book I wrote when I was 13 and have a jolly old time reading it and making fun of it. So if you haven't listened to the previous episodes, you might not understand what's going on. So definitely go back and listen to those first if you haven't. So that way you can be caught up on all the fun. So yeah, that's our little intro. So where did we last leave off? Where are we at?
So Steve saved Jameson and Zach, and they went into the lab, and then the lab burst into flames.
The lab guy stole their DNA.
Yeah, and then it burst into flames.
Burst into flames and blew up because Steve ran away after the guy, and Zach doesn't know if he's dead or alive.
Yep, and then Nate is...
Nate's off with his girl. Nate's off
he
simping.
saved Abigail. Wait, was that last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He did CPR on her.
He saved Abigail, and he thinks he might have another superpower.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
Yeah.
Telekinesis.
So yeah, that's where we're at. So we're gonna start with chapter 61. I can't believe we're already at 61. We are like look how much is left of this. Look how close we're getting to the end. This is crazy.
Oh.
Chapter 61. Stephen Richards. I am filled with adrenaline, fueled with anger as I run through the halls trying to find Ulrich and destroy him in his research. Whew.
Wow.
It's intense.
Dang.
Fueled by revenge
Dang.
or something. I don't know.
I quickly find myself in a large room with nothing but a helicopter. I stop and look at it for a second. You've escaped? I hear Ulrich's voice say from behind me. I am surprised. So I'm guessing your friends are still trapped in that room. Probably dead. And now you will join them. I turn around to see Ulrich holding the same gun he had before. He shoots it at me. Small energy balls come flying at me. I zoom away from them. I then send a shockwave at Ulrich. It causes him to fly back into a wall. I run over to him and lift him in the air. I am very impressed, he says. Somehow you appear to be the best of the three. I am so glad that I stole your blood. Imagine an army of Sonic Boom. How does he already know what his superhero name is?
He probably had the room. He probably had it.
He had it
the
wired.
room wired.
So he's like,
They were
ooh, that's their superhero names. Write that down.
Write that down.
He seems like he's one step ahead
Derek,
of him.
write that down. Frank, Derek, both of you. Make sure you remember that. Oh my gosh. That is what you've decided to call yourself. It is not? Is it not? It is not.
It is not.
It is not? That is what you decided to call yourself. It is not? Wait.
Is it? I think you meant, is it not?
No, that's what I just said it wrong. Yeah, I wrote it right. I wrote it properly. I just said it wrong. There will be no army, I say. Where is our blood samples? Right here, Ulrich says as he shows me a suitcase he's holding. Now, I would very much like it if you would spare my life. Don't worry. You'll live for a very long time. I let go of him and he falls to the ground. I open the suitcase to see 3 test tubes with blood in them. I grab the gun and shoot the suitcase. It causes the blood to disintegrate, leaving the glass and suitcase unharmed. Oh, that's right. It only affects things that were like infection-based to the blood.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. I don't know how he devised that so quickly. I press a button on my watch, which sends out a distress signal to Shadow. Pretty soon, this place will be swarming with Shadow agents who will make sure that you are locked up for good. I turn and look to see Ulrich and the helicopter are gone. Also, where is this helicopter coming from? Because they're underneath a football stadium.
How did... You said Ulrich and the helicopter gone. How did the helicopter fly away without him knowing?
What?
Dude, he takes 2 seconds to open the suitcase,
Shoot it,
the stuff,
and he flies away.
press the button on his watch. He's like, Ulrich's gone. Frick.
Man, the helicopter flew away and I didn't even hear it.
Yeah. I turn and look to see Ulrich and the helicopter are gone. There's an opening in the ceiling where he escaped. Wait, so where does this opening in the ceiling lead
It
to?
comes out like in the parking lot or something. Just opens up.
Imagine you're just sitting there, somebody's just sitting there in the football parking lot, like tailgating or something, and then all of a sudden just open. What? A helicopter flies up. Like, what?
What is going on?
There's a helicopter base underneath the football stadium. I turn and look to see Ulrich and the helicopter are gone. There's an opening in the ceiling where he escaped. I send a shockwave to the ground, which causes me to launch in the air and through the opening. I come out landing in middle of the football stadium. No helicopter in sight.
What?
Wait, no.
In the middle of football stadium. Imagine they're in the middle of playing football. He throws the ball as the guy's running to catch it, and then the thing opens. Falls out and gets chopped by helicopter blades. Like, what? That's an incomplete pass. Wait a minute, that's not fair. Oh my gosh.
Pass interference.
Perseverance, Dr. Ulrich.
Pass interference, helicopter flight flown by Dr. Ulrich. I look on the big screen and realize that the game is over and the Giants lost 27-31. At this point, I don't even care. Wait, so is the place empty now?
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, they may have been down there for a little while at this point.
Right. At this point, I don't even care. Wait, the Giants lost 27-31. Wow. At this point, I don't
It's
even
just
care.
like them.
Now all I want is for Ulrich to be caught, Zach and Jameson to be found alive, Nate, Abigail, and John to be saved, and Snake to be stopped, so this whole thing can end once and for all. That's the end of that chapter.
Ooh.
What a good time.
Yeah.
Just helicopters flying out of a football stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They timed that right. That was good timing though. When like everybody already left, the game was already over.
Yeah.
Chapter 62. Nathan Thompson. Sometime after this is all over, I'll have to teach you how to swim. I say to Abigail as we walk down the dock. Actually, that's the next section in my shadow training.
I skipped that week on it.
That's the next semester. Shadow training. I would really like that, she says. How can you swim so well anyway? I grew up next to a lake in Montana. I learned how to swim when I was 4 years old. It's not that hard once you learn it. Then I guess I'll have to learn it. But first, we've got to find Fox. He'll know what to do next. Okay, how do we find him? He usually hangs out at the same restaurant we ate at the night we were kidnapped, but it's about midnight now, so he probably isn't there. But he usually hangs out there. So does he just hang out there like all day? Like what's...
Yeah, I just like chilling
like-
in this restaurant.
He hangs
like
out there
Italian
like
food.
if it was between the hours of 9 and 5, we'd be able to find him there. But it's midnight, so just hangs out there all day. He usually. Oh wait, maybe we don't have to find him. Maybe he'll find us. Good thinking, Nate. We hear Fox's voice say from behind us. This dude is everywhere.
He's like a ninja.
He's just good thinking, Nate. He's always at the right place at the right time. Just like he just shows up. His voice just pops out of the alley when Steve's walking by. Like we turn around to see Fox standing next to a man wearing a suit and tie. This is Mr. Black. Thank God you're here, Abigail says. As you can see, I have saved Nate. Good job. What?
Nate definitely didn't save her. Or I guess they both saved each other.
Well, she saved him, then he saved her,
Yeah.
yeah. She has better skydiving skills. He has better swimming skills.
Definitely.
Thank God you're here, Abigail says. Oh, wait. As you can see, I have saved Nate. Good job, Fox says. Even though it was done against orders, it was the right thing to do. You trusted your instincts. That is exactly the kind of person we need. You are officially a Shadow member. Here's your card. Fox hands Abigail some kind of membership card. Well, doesn't she have, like, training to finish first? She didn't even do the swimming training yet.
She doesn't even know how to swim. How could she be a shadow agent?
Yeah, she was Shadow. Just give her only assignments that are, like, really far away from any body of water.
Be like, oh, sorry, you can't take the assignment. You don't know how to swim.
Your code name is Agent Mouse because of the fact that you are our smallest agent.
Wow, that was cheesy.
Well, it's because she's a 15-year-old girl, so I guess that makes sense, but still. And as for you, Nathan Thompson, you'll have to wait a little longer to be a member. Well,
This is an exclusive club, so.
well, yeah, he'll have to go through the 6-month training too.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but he'll be able
Where
to
you
skip.
don't learn how to
He'll be able
swim.
to skip the skip. He'll be able to skip the swimming portion.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really want to be a member, I say. The only thing I want is to get my father back. After that, I want no part in this spy stuff. Very well then, Fox says. So tell me, what do you know of Snake's plans? Well, I know that they are planning to make some kind of infection bomb or something, I say. That's about all I know. We already knew that, Fox says. Okay, I say. Then how can I be of help? I have a plan, Fox says. And you are the most important part of it. Me? I say, surprised. But how? I will explain if you would come with me, Fox says. You too, Agent Mouse. Agent Mouse. Oh my gosh. The best I could come up with. Me and Abigail look at each other for a second, then follow Fox and Mr. Black into a limo that is sitting on the side of the road.
Wow, how fancy.
Was it the same limo that he took that was in the first chapter or the prologue? All right, so that's the end of that chapter. Wonder what they're planning. He's apparently got a plan to stop the bad guys, and I guess we'll find out. Next, we have chapter 63. Is this the last chapter of the day? Wait.
No.
No, we have two.
Oh wait, yeah,
Two.
you're right.
Zach and
I knew
Jameson.
that. I knew that. I'm just an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Thompson. Chapter 63, Zach Thompson. My whole body has turned solid. I hope that it will be enough to survive the explosion. You just face through the explosion, honestly. But after the explosion, I open my eyes and find myself lying on a metal floor with burning debris above me, trapping me in. Again? Here we go again. Where's Jameson? I hope his body had
He
enough...
just turned into a laser beam again.
Yeah, he's like, I did it before. I hope his body had enough strength to survive the explosion. I'll have to see if I can find him. Jameson! I call, hoping for an answer. Are you there, Jameson? No answer. Jameson, please answer me. I know this is hard to believe, but... I need you. You're the only one of my family that I have left. Dad and Nate are most likely dead. I need you, Jameson. Please answer me. It's so dramatic. I never thought that I would ever cry in my life again.
Again, when he cried for the first time.
Probably he's talking about when he's like a kid. And he's like, oh man, I don't cry. Until now, I'm crying more than I think I have ever before. Damn.
He didn't cry before when he thought he was dead. He thought he died earlier and he didn't cry.
Yeah, he thought dude, he went through all that. And he's like, that's fine. Whatever.
Now he's bawling his eyes out.
I must find Jameson alive. If he is dead, then Steve is the only one I have left. But it's not the same. Ever since I was 2 years old, Jameson has been there for me. I can't see him die now. Not when I need him more than I ever have before. No matter what, I will stop Snake. With or without my brother. They took my family from me. They will pay. I will make sure they do. And when I'm finished with them, they will wish they had never messed with my family.
Ooh.
I feel sorry for them already.
Ooh.
So that should get a clap, but okay. That was
I don't know.
well,
That's like...
damn, bro.
Revenge is never the answer, though.
Well, it's okay, sure, but it's still a great line. I guess. I don't know. Not really, but... Zach. My thoughts are interrupted by Jameson's faint voice. Is that you, Zach? Yes, I say excitedly. Yeah, it's me. Zach. Where are you, Jameson? Zach. I'm stuck under all this debris. I have a bunch of cuts and scrapes, but they're healing. I blacked out for a while and woke up to you yelling my name. And I heard what you said about needing me. That was the best part.
Oh.
Aww.
Brotherly
We
love.
should have a thing on there that's like, aww.
I've used a lot in this book.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jameson. I'll get us out of here. I turn my hands to plasma and begin melting my way through the debris.
Whoops, I melted too far.
Whoa, sorry.
It's like Jameson loses an arm. Ah! Oh, well, sorry, Jameson.
Whoops, my bad.
Oh, man. Chapter 64. Jameson Thompson. Last chapter of the day. Peeps.
It's always sad.
I know. I am lying down underneath a pile of burning debris. If I didn't have this healing power, there is no way I would have survived. I'm
If he had that
waiting.
healing power, he would have died a lot of times in this book.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was stabbed in the head.
Yeah, just absolutely blood gushing everywhere. I am waiting for Zach to get us out of here. How's it going, Zach? I say. Okay, I guess, Zach says. I am now melting some of the debris, creating a path to you. Melting? I say, confused. How are you doing that? Oh, he doesn't know about the power. That's right.
Laser beam.
Before we were captured, I found out that I can also turn into plasma. The fourth phase. I say, amazed. Of course. I should have known that you'd be able to do that. Duh.
Yeah, dummy. So he knows how this infection works.
Well, if you turn into the other phases of matter, why not plasma?
I guess.
Well, now you do know, Zach says. If you don't know,
Now you know.
Zach says as he pops out of nowhere, melting a beam that is on my leg. Now, we need to get out of here. Okay, I say as I push a huge
There's a little bit of molten metal on his legs.
It's okay. They're superiors. They're fun. Okay, I say as I push a huge piece of debris out of the way. That one piece being pushed away causes a whole chain reaction and a whole lot more debris falls down on us. Zach turns into plasma, which causes the falling debris to melt when it lands on me.
Wait a
One's a
second.
hand.
So he just has burning metal landing on him. Ow! Zach, why'd you do that?
What a stupid move.
I would have been better just handling it on its own. You know how tough I am. I'm Hard Crusher after all.
I crush things hard.
Lands. Let's find a less reckless way to do this, Zach says. Zach's whole body turns into plasma as he launches up in the air, melting a hole through the debris. Wow. That is the most amazing thing I have ever seen. Zach then comes floating down, as light as a feather, and lands next to me. Oh yeah, he can change his weight. I forgot about that. And density. Let's go, Zach says as he grabs my hand and turns the rest of his body back to plasma. He launches himself up, taking me with him. Wait, how's he holding him if he's plasma?
Maybe just his hand is solid.
I guess. Maybe.
But how can he launch and take the other guy
Well,
with
it says he
him?
grabs my hand and turns the rest of his body back to plasma. So all of his body is plasma except his hand.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm holding
How,
it.
is he really strong or something? He just yanked him all the way up.
It doesn't matter.
This kid's
Taking me
basically
with him.
invincible.
I know. Zach is way too OP. It's insane. We fly out the top of the debris and land in the middle of the MetLife football stadium. We see a bunch of men walking around, and we also see a huge crane pulling debris away. We both notice Steve, Nate, and Abigail standing next to Adam Fox and another man. We both look at each other and smile because we know that we now have a good chance of stopping Snake and ending this whole thing.
That's why. Not that they found out that their brother's alive.
Once and for all. Yeah, they don't care about their brother. That's the end of the chapter, by the way,
Wow.
and the end of the episode. So our people are reunited finally. Our characters are all kind of coming together again. That's
Come together.
yeah. After it's been a while since they've all been together. Ever since Nate was
Over
kidnapped,
me.
which was like forever ago.
Yeah.
Episode what episode?
That was never been kidnapped? Steve.
Steve's never been kidnapped.
He's,
The only one.
I mean, if Steve wasn't
It's-
there, they all would have died
Listen,
already.
it's a Thompson thing. First their dad, first John Thompson, and then Nate, and then Zach,
And then Nate again.
Jameson.
Nate again.
And
And
then
then,
Nate like a couple times. It's a Thompson thing.
Yeah,
So,
must be.
that's what it is. Anyways, that's about all for today. So, yeah, thank you all for listening to probably the shortest episode so far. I say that, I feel like I'm saying that almost every episode now. They get shorter and shorter. Anyways, there are multiple places you can listen to this podcast if you'd like. You can listen to it on my YouTube channel, which is called NimTV. NimTV, that's NIMTV. There's a link in the description to that. But if you're already there listening to it from there and you want to listen to it on Spotify instead, you can also click on the link in the description to that Spotify as well. And follow it on Spotify. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Nathan's YouTube channel, which is Nate the Great. There's a link in the description to that as well. And if you like the podcast, give us 5 stars on Spotify. Definitely do that.
I didn't even know there was a star rating on Spotify.
Yeah, I forgot. I knew there was, but I forgot about it for a while. And then I just, like, a couple weeks ago realized it. And I was like, oh, we should start asking people to do this. That helps, like, promote
And if you don't like
promote
it, you can still leave 5-star reviews.
If you don't like it, just leave 5-star reviews just to help us out.
Make people think you like it.
To make people think it.
You know.
Or if you don't feel comfortable giving it a lying, then just don't give it a rating at all. If you don't like it, don't give it a rating. Just don't. Anyways, that's about all. So thank you for listening. I'm Nim.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Steve.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.